first weave is for 2 base wires. These pencils represent the base wires and the string is the weaving wire. Before I start the weaving pattern, I want to anchor the weaving wire. Start with the weaving wire coming up between the 2 base wires. Take the weaving wire over the top wire, around the back of both wires, over the bottom wire and down between both wires. This is my weaving wire anchored. Now to start the weaving pattern. Wrap the weaving wire twice around both wires. Wrap twice around the lower wire. Wrap twice around both wires. Wrap twice around the lower wire. To change up the design, just change how many times you wrap around the lower wire. Choose as many or as few as you like. Now to the real wires. Anchor the weaving wire before starting the pattern. Wrap twice around both wires. Twice around just the lower wires. Now repeat. Now mix it up by changing how many times you wrap around the lower wire. This is another 2-wire weave. For this pattern I don't need to anchor the weaving wire. Start with the weaving wire coming up between the 2 wires. Take the weaving wire over the top wire and back up between the 2 wires. Take the weaving wire over the bottom wire and all the way around both wires and to the back and up between the 2 wires. Once again over the top wire and back up between the 2 wires. Over the bottom wire all the way around both wires to the back and up between the 2 wires. Now to the real wires. over the top wire and back up between the two wires, over the bottom wire all the way around both wires to the back and up between both wires. For the final 2-wire weave, start with the weaving wire coming up between the two wires. Take the weaving wire over the top wire and back up between the two wires, over the bottom wire and back up between the two wires. Continue weaving in a figure of 8 pattern. An alternative to this weave is wrapping twice around the top wire, then twice around the bottom wire. To the real wires, first the single figure of 8 weave. Now the double figure of 8 weave. Now to a 3-wire weave. I am anchoring the weaving wire by wrapping it 3 times around what will be the middle wire. Place the next wire below the first. Wrap twice around both wires and back up between the two wires. Add the last wire above the other 2. Wrap twice around the middle and top wires. Wrap twice around the middle and bottom wires. Wrap twice around the middle and top wires. Wrap twice around the middle and bottom wires. First, anchor the weaving wire. Wrap twice around both wires. Wrap twice around the middle and top wires. Repeat the pattern. This is another 3-wire weave. Start by anchoring the weaving wire by wrapping around the middle wire. Add the next wire below the first. Wrap twice around the bottom wire. Wrap twice around the bottom and middle wire. Add the third wire above the other wires. Wrap twice around all 3 wires. Wrap twice around the bottom and middle wires. Wrap twice around the bottom wire. Wrap twice around the bottom and middle wires. Wrap twice around all 3 wires. Wrap twice around the bottom and middle. Wrap twice around the bottom wire. Anchor the weaving wire. Wrap twice around the bottom wire. Twice around both wires. Add the third wire. Wrap twice around all the wires. Wrap twice around the bottom and middle wires. Wrap twice around the bottom wire. This weave is for 4 or more wires. Anchor the weaving wire by wrapping a few times around one wire. Place the next wire below the first. Wrap twice around both wires and back up between the 2 wires. Place the next wire above the others. Wrap twice around the new wire and the one below, bringing the weaving wire back up between the two. Place the next wire above the others. Wrap twice around the new wire and the one below. If using more wires, just continue in the same way. This is a zigzag pattern, so weave the wires together working back down. Wrap twice around the two middle wires. Wrap twice around the two lower wires. With the real wires, I will be weaving the same pattern but with 5 wires. This last weave is for 4 or more wires and starts the same as the last weave. Anchor the weaving wire. Wrap twice around the 2 wires. Add the next wire. Wrap twice around the new wire and the one below. Add the next wire. Wrap twice around this wire and the one below. If using more wires, just add them in the same way. Bring the weaving wire around the back and to the bottom of the wires. Weave the wires together in the same pattern as before. I am repeating this pattern using 5 wires. If you found this video useful, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.